Joe the Runner here with JoeRandini.com. Giving an update today on preparation for Triple Lakes, the 40-mile race on October 21st. So we are 33 days to go. So 33 days from now is the race. And what I want to do is I'll start with kind of how the training's gone thus far. So it's been 28 weeks of training, and then basically what is left in between now and the race. So to give you an idea, kind of how we're going to enter the taper, and we're going to do what I'll call like a dress rehearsal, basically for the race. So 28 weeks in, like last time, I've got stuff that I've written down here. So far 1,350 miles run, 84,300 feet of vertical climbing, and then 17,630 push-ups. And like I said last time, I look at the push-ups as like a dynamic plank, so I consider it to be core work. And with 33 days to go to the race, I've probably got 2 more weeks of training at my normal volumes. So in that 65 to 70 mile range, probably for the next 2 weeks, with back-to-back long runs on the weekend. It's been 5 weeks now where on the weekends we've been in the back-to-back long run practice. This weekend was basically 15 miles on Saturday, followed by 25 miles today. So that's basically the 40 miles, for the race. So we're at that volume right now, and kind of just getting the legs beat up on Saturday, so that Sunday during the long run, it doesn't take very long to start kind of getting tired, and then it's good because you start to think and train and use your mind. So if you're getting tired early in that second long run, it kind of replicates what you're going to see on race day, and then you've got to put yourself mentally in a position, to get through the long run and start to figure those things out. So I've said it before, training your mind is sometimes just as important, probably every time it's just as important as training your body, right? So once you get your cardiovascular fitness where it needs to be and you can start to run the longer miles, you've got to start to mentally figure out, how are you going to deal with adversity when it comes along. Sorry about that. The video actually started to freeze while I was recording, which is very odd. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So long runs are great times for you to kind of put yourself in that pain cave, so to speak, and really sort through things in your head and figure out how you're going to keep pushing yourself when things start to hurt, and you get tired and things like that. So anyway, that's kind of where we are in regards to the training thus far. As far as what we've got for the next 33 days, the next 2 weeks, like I said earlier, it'll be similar volumes, 65, 70 miles, back-to-back long runs on the weekend, and then about 3 weeks out, what I'll do is I'll start to taper, and that weekend I'll move, instead of back-to-back long runs, I'll move my long run to Saturday, which is the same as the race will be on. And I'll probably do what I call like a dress rehearsal. So I'll go out and do a 50-kilometer run and treat it as if it were the race. So 50 kilometers, that's going to be about 32 miles, which is a little bit more than 75% of the 40-mile distance. And I'm really lucky because the majority of the trails that I run on are the trails that'll be the race is going to be on. So I really get a good opportunity to go out there and see what it's like every week, using the trails that the race is going to be held on is just really helpful for just your mind as well, because you kind of know what to expect. There's really not a lot of surprises. So very fortunate from that perspective. The next 2 weeks are what I consider to be the most risky part of the training. And the reason for that is, it's been a lot of miles the last 5 or 6 weeks. These last 2 weeks where I'm going to be doing the high volumes, your body has taken a cumulative beating, and I'm tired. And the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be even more tired the next 2 weeks. So you don't want to have an injury right before a race that you've worked so hard for. But at the same time, it's a balancing act because you do have to kind of put your body into that position for it to get stronger and for it to grow. So the next 2 weeks, the goal is probably to take the miles easy, even though they'll be high volume. Try to take them easy, avoid injury, and then get into that week where we're going to taper down and then have the dress rehearsal. The last 2 weeks that lead into the race, the weekly volumes are going to drop significantly, and I'll probably take 3 days completely off prior to the race to really give my body an opportunity to rest. And I'll focus a great deal on sleep. I mean, to me, there's no doubt in my mind when I get 7+ hours of sleep a night on average, that I just feel better mentally, I feel better physically, and I perform better. So that's definitely going to be the goal. The last 2 weeks, though, the thing you always got to kind of watch out for is, right now, doing 60 to 70 miles in a week, I'm probably burning about 5,000 to 6,000 calories every single day. And it gives you a little bit of leeway with your diet. If you eat a little bit too much or take a little bit too many calories in, it's not that big of a deal because you're just burning so many calories, right? But those last 2 weeks, when you taper down to 30% or 40% below your normal volume, you got to keep in mind that your calorie burn is going to decrease as well. So the appetite may still be there, but the calorie burn won't. And the last thing you want to do is put a pound or two on those 2 weeks prior to running 40 miles. Every pound that you put on your body or on your frame just makes it that much harder during the race. So the key thing, nutrition-wise, for those final 2 weeks is you want to make sure you're getting the nutrients and the protein and the things that you need for your body. You want to carb up, obviously, as you go toward the race, but you want to make sure you're eating, with intention. You want to make sure the calories you do take in are serving their purpose, and you want to eat a lot of what I'll call less calorie dense foods, so that if you're hungry, you're getting food in and you're not feeling hungry, like apples and fruits and things like that, but you're not taking in the calories because you really want to avoid any unnecessary weight gain going into the race. So, and to end the post, I'll probably check back in with everybody and do a last update, as we enter, probably after the dress rehearsal, just let everyone know how it went. But what's really been cool is I've had 2 or 3 different people who follow me reach out and tell me that they're actually going to be racing the Triple Lakes 40 miler. So it's going to be neat to kind of get out there and meet some of the people that follow and run with them. To me, the best part about doing this stuff and kind of opening myself up to people is the fact that from time to time I actually get to meet them, and everybody's really been very supportive and very generous, and I really appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to running with a few of the people who follow me and having a chat. And because the race will be done and the training sessions will be done, hopefully maybe we can even have a beer or two after the race in celebration. So that's it. That's the update. 33 days to go. Feel pretty good. And thanks for following along. So blog, joerandini.com, Joe the Runner, Joe_the_runner on Instagram, Joe Randini on Strava, and I put all of my runs up on Strava. So that's it. Joe the Runner. Bye.